Now, very good morning, children. This is our second session of English language on composition writing. In our first session, we had already discussed few points which are essential for writing a good which can help us in writing a good composition. Now, let us recall those points. First of all, essentials for writing a composition. Essentials for writing a composition. So first essential will be, first of all, as I have told you, that a person who wants to write a good composition should develop a good reading habit. A good reading habit is must. For writing a good composition. That is, if you are a good reader, with reading you will gradually learn how to write, because whatever we read, somehow we grasp things from there. So that is why reading is very important component of writing a good composition. If you are a good reader, you will be able, gradually you will proceed towards writing, towards developing a good writing skill. That is, to enhance your writing skill, reading part of your improving on your reading habits is very important. That is, we have already discussed that that it is one of the essentials of writing a good composition, that we all should develop a good reading habit. We all should develop a healthy reading habit. We should keep ourselves into this habit regularly. On and off cannot help us. We should chalk out a way in which we have a specific routine for reading in our daily lives. So reading always always helps in improving our writing skills. So this is very important in writing a good composition. Now, secondly, to write a good composition, you need to be a keen observer. You need to be a keen observer. We had discussed that day that a person who writes a good composition must be a keen observer. That is, the person must be able to observe things very keenly, very minutely. Because when you observe things very keenly, very minutely, then only you can put them down in your expression. Then only they can be put down in while expressing ourselves. Next is, before writing anything, we always plan. We always plan, because in your examination also, whenever you write a composition, word limit is there. So it is not possible that you can write anything and everything. It depends upon your planning, what you want to include and what you want to exclude. The main points should always be there in the composition. The topic, the most relevant points should always be there in a composition. So that is why planning is very important whenever you want to develop the habit of writing a good composition. Planning is very important. Then once you develop planning, next thing is, once you develop this habit that whenever you write any content, you systematically plan first what you want to include, what you want to exclude, then you write, then always you will write a good composition. Next is, whenever you get lot of 4 or 5 topics in your examination, while to write a composition, before moving on and writing on a specific topic, you should decide about your interest area, the topics in which you are more interested or you have more knowledge of. You should always vouch for those topics. You should always go with those topics. That it is very important that choice of subject should be wise enough. Choice of subject. Choice of subject should be wise enough. Okay, is this much clear to all of you? Now, children, coming to the guidelines or the useful tips while writing a composition, what tips can a person give to you so that you can write an effective composition? These guidelines are answering a question. For example, if the topic has asked any question, then you should write in such a way that when you write, it should give an impression that you are answering that question. The question that has been put up in the topic, the answer should be such that it should give the impression that you are that you are answering that question. Then whenever we answer anything, whenever we get a question in examination in other subjects as well, for the most important thing which we should keep in mind while answering any particular question is that the answer to that question should be relevant enough. That is, the points which we include in the answer, it should be according to the demands of the question. That is very important whenever you are writing a composition as well. If you have started your composition with any question, then the rest of the composition should be an answer to that question. This is how you write this is how you can write a good composition. This is a guideline that you can follow while you write a good composition. Next thing is that you should be courteous and objective in answering. That, for example, if you are writing an argumentative composition, we will come to it in detail in next lectures. But as of now, if you are doing any argument in your essay, if you are presenting your point of view on any topic in which people might differ, so whenever you are doing that, you should try to be very much polite. You cannot be harsh while presenting or while putting forth your point of view. You have to be very much polite while answering, while putting forth your point of view. That is very important. And whatever points you are giving, they should be logical. Objective means they should be logical and they should be valid points. Only then your composition is considered as a good composition. Next is memorized material. Memorized material means sometimes we often write those things in composition which we have already learned or which is already there in our memory. So what happens when a thing is already there in our memory, we should write that thing in the composition only about which we are 100% sure that yes, it is a correct content. For example, you want to include a proverb in your composition, or for example, if you want to include any quote of any author or anyone in your composition, then what is the first thing that you should do? You should cross-check within your mind that whatever you are trying to put in your composition, it is 100% correct, because you cannot write a wrong proverb, neither can you write wrong neither can you write wrong quotes of anyone. They have to be 100% correct. Once you are sure that they are 100% correct, then only you can write that memorized content or already learned content. Then we come to the language of the composition. The language in which you write your composition should be very simple. That is, you should not write your composition in any way. You should not use very complicated language while you are writing a composition. It should be very much simple. That is, you should use a simple English while writing composition and avoid writing very lengthy sentences. You don't need to write lengthy sentences. You should write small sentences, where if you write big sentences, you will commit more errors. While writing small sentences, we tend to make less errors. So we need to write simple language, and the length of the composition should also be reasonable. Simple language and reasonable length. See, children, in your exam examination, it is not the only question that you have to solve. That is, the composition writing is not the only question that you have to solve. Apart from this, there are several other questions in your examination as well. So whenever you are writing your composition, always keep in mind that the length of the composition, that is this point, should be kept in mind. That is, your composition should not exceed a particular length, should not exceed the criteria or the word limit that is set for writing a good composition. You should keep in mind that it should not exceed. Then simple language and reasonable length. We have discussed that the length should be reasonable. That is, if it is of 350 to 400 words, you should keep in mind that it should not exceed that word limit. It should fall within that word limit. That is how you can write. That is how you can say that you have written a composition which is according to the demands of the examination. So you need to keep in mind the length of the composition. Simple language you have to use, as we have already discussed. The language should not be very much flowery. You should not use very complicated or tough words of which you yourself are not sure of the meaning of the word or the implication of the word. You should use only those words of which you are very much confident, you are very much sure of its implication, of its use. So you should use only those words. Next is write legibly. That is, whenever you are writing, one thing it has been told to you continuously throughout your childhood and up till this age, up till here in class 12. That is, whenever you are writing anything of your own or whenever you are writing an examination, you should try not to scribble, not to overwrite, not to cancel, not to use whitener, not to use eraser too much. So that is what it means. Write legibly. That is what is legitimate, what is acceptable. You should use that. You should do that. You should write legibly. That is the length of the that is the overwriting should not be there. The scribbling should not be there. Too much of cutting should not be there. So if you include all these points while writing a composition, your composition can be an effective composition. Let us quickly sum up answering a question. If you have put up a question, your entire composition will be an answer to that question. Then the answer that you are writing, it should be relevant. Obviously, whenever you are writing an answer, your answer should be relevant. It should be according to the question. It should be appropriate answer to the question that you have already put up or the question that has been put up in the form of a composition. So your answer has to be relevant. It has to be up to the point. Then you have to be courteous and objective. Whenever you are answering a question, you should be courteous. That is, you have to be polite, and objective means you have to be specific in answering. Whatever you are answering, it should be relevant and specific, and it should be objective. That is, it should not be very much lengthy. You should not get into too much of discussion in the composition. Otherwise, the length of the composition will be hampered. Then memorize material. Whatever you have memorized, if you are 100% sure or confident that that content is correct, then only you should write memorized material. Otherwise, what happens when we try to write memorized material? Memory is something which has great amount of space, but when some learned content goes into suppressed memory, then it is difficult to recall. And whenever we recall something from the suppressed content, then we tend to recall minor portion of it and forget major portion of it. So whenever you are writing a memorized material, be very much sure that whatever you are writing is actually correct. Then only you should write that content in your composition. Then simple language, as I have already told you, easy and simple language should be used, and length of the composition should also be adequate. It should not be too short or too lengthy. Then avoid scribbling, overwriting, rubbing, cancelling, avoid all these things. So if you keep into account all these points, then you will be able to write an effective composition. These are guidelines, or you can say tips, which can help you in improving your composition writing or composition skills. Okay.